Like the question is very clear. What is the difference between freestyle and pipeline in Jenkins? That is the question. Okay. So listen this point very, very carefully. Freestyle is used to run the Jenkins job in traditional approach. But pipeline will run the Jenkins job in the advance. That is the only difference. Pipeline will give you the stage view, but freestyle is gonna give the stage view for you. No, generally we use freestyle, but if you want some advancement, you are going to use the pipelines. Think password, okay. Password you sent wrong, fine. And I shown you how to log in without password also, right? But in real time, we don't do it, guys, okay? So please make sure this one. Okay. So now if you go and see, currently I have my Jenkins console. Let me open this on the diagrammatical way. So it is my Jenkins server, guys. So in this Jenkins server, like you can be able to see n number of jobs. It is my job number 1, job number 2, job number 3, and job number 4. For example, let's consider a scenario. Here we are having 2 users. How many users we are having? User number 1 is experience and user number 2 is fresher. Let's take. Tell me one thing. Can I give the full permission for experienced person? Why? Because he's the experienced person and he can do whatever you want. So let me do this one for you. So I'm going to take this. So first one is experienced person. Okay. He can access overall jobs in the Jenkins and he can do whatever you want. But if I give same permission for a fresher, what will happen? Unfortunately, if you delete any other job, is it going to be very big mistake or not, sir? So in that case, in real time, we are not going to give full access for the freshers. We need to give full access for only experienced people. So in that case, whenever I'm having the multiple jobs, for example, this job fresher can delete. But if I disable the option of deletion, can he able to do it? So remember, in real time, for fresher, always we are going to provide the limited set of options. How many options? Limited options. So in Jenkins, if we want to limit the users, so in that case, we are going to use a concept called RBAC. Which concept it is? RBAC stands for role based access control. Again, I'm telling RBAC stands for role based access. So this is very, very important in the real time aspect. Of course, for a fresher, it is not that much of important, but for the people who are going with some experience, so you need to understand this concept. Why? Because it is the admin level of concept. Okay. So let me go and tell you how to implement this one. For example, currently in my console, I can able to see the number of jobs. How many number of jobs I'm seeing here? 6. First of all, I would like to show you how to create the users in Jenkins. So already we are having the notes, so no need to worry about the notes. Here, if you go and see, let me open the notes for you. So here it is the notes. I go for RBAC. Okay. So RBAC stand for role-based access control. Like the main purpose is to restrict the user permission in Jenkins. So currently here I'm creating 2 users. Raham is the experienced one and Suresh is the fresher. So I'm going to create the user called Suresh here. So if I go here, click on manage Jenkins. From the manage Jenkins, later we are going to go for create users. The signal is very. Okay. So after that, you need to go for users. Are you able to see them here? Click on create the user. So here I'm going to create a user here. So currently we are having the user called Satya. Okay, I want to create a user called Fresher. So click on create a user. So in the notes I have given Raham, but here you can see Satya. That's completely fine. You can put whatever the user you want. Okay, but guys, a name you can take whatever you want. It doesn't matter like what exactly you are taking. Okay. So I'm giving the name as Fresher and give the full name and give the email address. Okay. So now I created the user. So what I'm doing is I'll copy the public IP address and I open some separate browser. Okay. So I'll be opening the Microsoft Edge here. So give the port number of 80. But this time I'm going to log in with the user called Fresher. Guys, remember, if you are practicing the RBAC concept, don't use the same browser. Why? Because if you use the same browser, your current session will be logged off. You can be able to log into only one session, that is Fresher session or even Raham session. Okay. So please use some separate browser for the RBAC concept. So username is what here? So password is Fresher. Click on sign in. So the moment if Fresher able to sign in, by default, Fresher will get the complete access for the Jenkins console. If I go and see here, Fresher getting the complete access or not, sir? Unfortunately, what he is doing is in the cron job, for example, let's say, I schedule the build at morning 9 a.m. For example, I schedule the build at what time? Morning. But this Fresher will change the time from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So in that case, is it going to be disadvantage or not, sir? Why? Because he is doing the actions. Why? Because he is having the permissions. By default, Jenkins will give complete permission for the people who is going to log into the console. So let me go on configure. In the configuration section, in the cron job, like I'm going to show you like how to change the things. Let me call to the admin. The internet is too bad here. Like cannot bear this daily. Some modifications. modification. Sorry, if I change the modification automatically, fresher is able to do some modifications here or not, sir? Why is able to do? Why? Because he is having the permission. For example, if we restrict the permission, can he able to do modification here? No. So remember, in real time, we cannot give full permission to anyone. Why? Because if I give full permission, if they misuse, ultimately we are going to pay for it. So in that case, if you want to restrict the user, we are going to use the RBAC concept. Which concept? Currently in this account, Satya is the administrator and Fresher is the user. I want to restrict the user for which person? Fresher. So first of all, go to the plugin section and download a plugin. There is a plugin called role-based authorization strategy. Just if you type role, automatically the plugin will come. What is the name of the plugin? Role-based authorization strategy. Okay. So if I go to manage Jenkins, in the manage Jenkins, go to the plugins option. Here you can see in the plugin, what you wanna do here now, go for available plugins. I think all of you know how to download the plugins. Okay. So go. So next year, role. Are you seeing this one? Role-based authorization. Click on install. The moment if you install them, automatically we can go to the settings and you can be able to configure the. It won't work. Let me check with the hotspot. Again, if I go for hotspot, again it is gonna reconnect. Online, it's not only for you, for me also it is lagging. Okay, don't worry. It's connected now. By God grace, let's check. Let me go back to the top page. So now it is a step number one. So if you go and see here, so in step number one, go to manage Jenkins, create the user with any name. And step number two, go to the plugin section to download the plugin. What is the name of the plugin? Now in step number three, we are going to configure the plugin. Sir, configuration of plugin will be very easy. Go to the manage Jenkins. In the security section, you need to go for authorization. Let me go back here. So in the manage Jenkins again, in the security, you can go and enable this option. So go here and in the section of security, are you seeing this one? So here, click on this first option. In that option, you are going to see 2 points. First one will be Jenkins logged in user. By default, Jenkins user can do anything after login. That can be any kind of user. I'll explain this one for you. So here in the authorization section, what is the option you are seeing now? Can you read that option for me? Logged in user can do. Sir, previously, fresher user get the complete access, correct or not, sir? Why? Because by default, Jenkins provide full access for the people who logged into the server. Yeah, that is the meaning, okay? In authorization section, logged in user can do anything. But if I select this role-based strategy, automatically what will happen, I can provide the list of restriction for the user. Instead of giving the full access, I can give some restricted access for the user called fresher. So let me show that one for you. So go here now. Previously, we were having 4 options, but are you seeing the new option here? Manage and assign roles. If you select that option, so you are going to get the manage and assign roles. So if I click on this one, now directly I'm going to create the roles. Guys, remember, here permissions we are not going to give for the users. Permission we are going to give for the roles itself. To whom we are giving permission? Why? Because if you give permission for the user, you need to give multiple permission for multiple user. Instead of that one, create a role. So I'll explain for you. See, for example, I have 3 users. How many users? So user 1, user 2, user 3 need to have same permissions. So in that case, instead of giving permission for 3 users, I'll create a role. If I give permission for this role, automatically I can assign all of the role for the. So instead of giving permission for multiple roles, give permission for the, and this role I'm going to give for the multiple users. That is the concept here. So if I go here now, and the role I'm going to give it as role name is fresher. What is the role name? Or if you want to put any other role name, I can give the role name as ABC. So it is up to our choice. So click on add. The moment if you add this role name, for example, by default, for every person, we need to give the Jenkins read access. Jenkins read access means by default, if you go and see here, are you able to see the console here in the dashboard currently? No. Why? Because the read access is disabled. What happened here? Read access is. So now if I go and give here read access, I'm just giving the read access. If I click on save, automatically that person will get the read access. That means he can read the complete Jenkins dashboard. But here currently we created the user role. Role. So this role we are going to assign for the user. What is the username here? Fresher. Correct. Okay. So next click on assign roles here. In the assign role section, you are going to create the user fresher. I mean, already we are having the user called fresher. I'm going to add the user fresher to the role itself. So click on add user. What is the username here? Fresher. Click on OK. Okay. So I want to give the role of admin ABC. Why ABC? Because ABC is having the restriction. But if I give admin, he'll get the complete access. So click on save. The moment if I click on save here, now automatically if I go back to my other terminal, this fresher can able to see the Jenkins page. It is a previous page that fresher can see. But if I click on refresh, wait, let me log in. So it's my dashboard. I think this single concept will take this entire day today. Basically, it's just a 10 minutes or 15 minutes concept, but due to internet wastage, like it's taking a lot of time. So currently, can he able to see the Jenkins dashboard or not, sir? Okay. So this is the way like how exactly it is going to work for you. So later that here, if we go back here, so instead of admin, sorry, instead of ABC, currently I'm giving read access. But sir, can this user can able to see the jobs here? No, why he can't able to see? Why? Because in the job section, have I given read access here? If I give read access for the jobs, then only that person called fresher can able to see the jobs. So I have given the read access here. Now if I go back to here and if I click on refresh, now he can be able to see the job itself. Is he able to see here? And again, this fresher want to build a job. For example, he want to build a pipeline. But if I go here and if I click on build now, he cannot able to see the build now option. Why? Because which kind of action I have given for him? Read action. But if I try to build, he cannot able to see any build option there. You can see on the left side of the corner. Are you seeing any build option? Now, if I want to provide the build option, like again, I need to go to my admin console. In the admin console, I need to give the build. So if I click on save, automatically after coming to this browser, now the moment if I click on refresh, he will be getting the build option. If you give permission, then only it will change. What's your question? Ask me. Why I'm refreshing? If I don't refresh, how it will refresh itself? By default, browser won't refresh. Na? That's it. Now, are you able to see the build now option here? Now tell me, if fresher want to change any configuration, can he able to change? Yes, sir. No, why? Because he is having the build access. Can he able to do configuration here? No, why? Because he doesn't have any configuration option. No, sir, if I want to provide configuration option, what I want to do here? Go back to admin account. In the admin account, you need to click on configure, okay? Select this option. Now click on save. Now automatically if I come here, do you need to refresh or not, sir? Eh? So refresh. Now if I refresh, what I'll get now? Configuration option, okay? So just go and see here. Are you able to see configure now option? Like this. So in this way, it is going to work for you. So is the concept of giving the permission for user clear for all of you know. So this is the concept of RBAC. RBAC stand for role-based access control. So guys, as a Jenkins administrator, you are going to do this activity in the real time. That's for damn sure. Why? Because for every person in the organization, we cannot give the complete access. In our organization also, we restricted the access for the people by the concept of which concept? RBAC. So is the concept clear for all of you know? Online, can you please confirm is the concept of RBAC clear for all of you or not? What about remaining 48 people? Like I'm getting response from only 2. Are these 2 only listening the class or like? See guys, I'm telling you for offline and online, the more you interact with me, the more subject I'll teach. If you don't interact, I won't teach more subject. Ultimately, who is going to lost? We. Due to what? Internet. Nice. Okay. See, my major intention is for you to give the real-time knowledge. If I am giving the knowledge, but if you are not responding, then what is the purpose of giving knowledge for you? It's completely waste of my efforts, right? Okay. So try to be responsive. So this is the normal RBAC concept, but I'll tell you one more advanced concept. Sir, for example, in real time, I'll tell what exactly happened in my organization. The same scenario I'm going to replicate for you here. See, in my organization, we create some pipeline for the dev environment. Which environment? So in our organization, we almost all having 40 pipelines in the organization. How many? But even though we have 40, we don't use 40. We use three or four regularly. Rest of the pipelines we use only few occasions. Okay. So for example, let's take a pipeline here. This is the pipeline for developing environment. Which environment? So I'm writing here dev pipeline. Dev pipeline. Okay. So similarly, I'm going to create some other pipelines like this. Let me copy paste them here. So it is my dev pipeline. These are some other pipelines. Okay. So these are some other normal pipelines. Currently, as of now, how many pipelines you are able to see here? 4. But how many are dev pipelines here? Like, let's remove the remaining things here. I'm removing the remaining things here. These are some other pipelines here. Delete and delete. Sir, among these pipelines, like I want to provide the dev pipeline access for developer. I want to provide dev pipeline access for. Sir, in this case, tell me one thing. Out of these 4 pipelines, how exactly I can provide only one pipeline view for the developer? See, if I give the developer by using RBAC concept, now developer can able to see the pipeline. Just like for fresher, I have given the access. But can he able to see all the pipelines or only one pipeline? Fresher. Currently, if you go to this console, man, you can see it very, very clearly. In this console, can he able to list all the jobs or like only one or two jobs? But I want to make him visible only one job. Why? Because as a developer, he need to have access for only one job. So for example, let's take this developer want to have the access for like pipeline. This only pipeline he want to access. But if I give access for remaining jobs, if you misuse, again, we are going to be in very big trouble or not, sir? So in this kind of scenarios, how exactly you are going to give permission for only single pipeline? So again, we are going to use the RBAC concept, but this time we are going to enable some new feature. Okay. So let's go to the Jenkins major console here. That is main console. In the main console, like I'm not going to disturb this configuration again. So let's consider our developer as like fresher only. Same user. I'm not going to create one more user. Let's take the same user. Why? Because if we create one more user, it's going to be time waste. Okay. Let's assume fresher need to have only one pipeline way. So in that case, for example, if you go back to your dashboard, in this dashboard, make sure that which access you are going to give. That means like a which pipeline access. For example, I want to give the pipeline one access. Are you able to see all of the jobs here? I want to give only pipeline for the fresher. So in that case, what exactly I'm going to do now is go to the pipeline or like freestyle. Of course, you can take freestyle also. For example, let's take for pole SCM. I want to give the access for pole SCM or like pipeline. Anything is fine, guys. No need to worry about that. So in the configuration section, you can see the option. Okay. Let me show that option for you. And again, this notes is on some other page. Wait. Google Classroom. So in the configuration section, you can see that option, but in the menu, let me log into my Google account here. So here, if you go and see in the advanced option, okay. So these are the options what you know. So execute concurrent builds, everything you know. But here, like what is the major thing is I want to give this access for only particular user call pressure. So in that case, like which option I'm gonna select here? Just see the options here. Discard all builds, project is parameters like throttle build. This already you know. But apart from this, like what are the different options you are able to see here? Hmm. Guys, in practice, like, are you getting the same issue or like, is it working fine for you in the practice? Facing the issue, huh? That's a global like outage then. We cannot do anything about it. Previous version of the Jenkins has never this much of lag actually. Same issue. Okay. Yep. No, no, like it's the complete Jenkins issue. It's not from our end. Yeah, we cannot do anything about it. Why? Because like I change the system, I change the network, and you are also getting the same thing in the practice. So it's not from our side actually. But the best part is like while I am doing this on home now, in home I'm not getting any kind of issue. I don't know why. Huh? Hmm. Okay. So currently, like I'll be showing you how to restrict the user here. But again, shit. Okay. So here, like I'll be going to manage Jenkins. Guys, if you want to restrict a user for only one job, here you need to enable the matrix project. What you need to enable here? So generally for RBAC, you need to use role-based strategy. But if you want to give any restriction, for example, I want to restrict only one person for one job. In that case, the settings will be changed again. If you go to the security here, the security, now here I'm going to show you one other thing here. Let me show you. Instead of role-based strategy, now I'm going to go for project-based matrix authorization. If you select this option, that particular user can able to get only one thing. So here I'm going to add the user called fresher. I'm going to add the user called fresher. For this fresher, I want to give the overall read access. For the job, I want to give create. And which access I want to give? Not create. I want to give the build access and I want to give the read access. Okay, that fresher need to have only build and read access for only one job. So just to give the add user here, click on save. After you do this one, now again you need to go back to the dashboard. In these dashboards are, I want to give permission for only this job, right? So click on configuration, go for poll SCM. Now in this poll SCM, you can see the new option enabled. Previously, this option will not be enabled. Why? Because we haven't enabled the matrix. Which one? Matrix authorization strategy. Okay. So if you go and check here, if you go and check here now, so here you will be getting the new option here. So where is the option? Is parameterized enabled. Are you seeing this one? Enable project based security here. Select this option. Currently, you want to give this access for which user? Fresher. Okay. In the fresher, I want to give this read access and I want to give the build access. Just to go ahead and save. Now, automatically, this fresher will get the only which access? Read access and build access for only which job? Policy. Let me go back to the fresher console here. In the fresher console, if I go and click on refresh, now see what will happen here. After clicking on refresh, will you be able to see all the jobs? Will he able to see it or not? Sir, why he is able to see the all the jobs? We give the permission for fresher, right? To see, build and read. But for only one job, no. But why he is able to see all the jobs? Why? Because it is very, very clear. I'll go back to my main console here. In the main console, in the manage Jenkins section, if you go to the security, in the security, you selected the project based matrix, right? So go there and remove the permissions. There you are going to remove the permission for the fresher. Let me show you. So go here. Currently is a fresher, right? So I'm going to delete this complete fresher user. Okay. I'm going to remove him completely. Delete this one. If you remove it here, if I click on save, now see what will happen. Now have we removed the user here? Okay. There you need to select that option. Okay. But I removed the user. After removing the user, now if I go back to the console of fresher, now see what will happen. Go back here, click on refresh. Or you can go for logout, login also. Now see what is happening here. Pressure is missing overall. Sir, you removed the access of build and read. But here overall access, like we need to provide or not, sir? Without providing the overall read and write access, how can you able to see? Very logic point or not? So now again, go back to the console. In the console, in the admin console, go to the again security. Now here, which kind of action you are going to give for him? Overall read access. Why? Because if we don't provide overall read access, the user cannot able to see the console. If we cannot able to see the console, how can we able to see the jobs now? Logic point or not? Okay. So I'll be going back to the security. Now here, click on add user. What is the username? Fresher. So click on OK. Now here, which access I want to give? Overall read access. Okay. So click on save. That's it. Now I'm saving it here. After giving the overall read access, now here also for the fresher, for the job, are we giving a build and read access now? So I'm gonna save it here. Now go back to your original console like of fresher user. Now click on refresh. Now after providing the overall read access, now see what will happen. You will get only one or six. Six है one देख लेंगे. How much she is getting now? Only one. Why? Because here the major point you need to understand is while you enable the project based matrix authorization strategy, if you add the user there, you need to give read access. Only read access. But instead of read, if you give the write access and build access there, he will get the complete jobs. So don't do that mistake. So again, I'll repeat the mistake. Previously, why he get the 6 jobs means it is very easy. In the previous console, after going for the security, here we enable the project matrix strategy. But after adding the user, which kind of permission I have given previously? Read access we have given. In the job also we have given read and build. If you give read and build in the job access, then he can get the full permission. I'll show it one more time also for you, for even your better clarity. So if you go and see, now again, here I'm giving overall read, but instead of overall read, if I give job read access and if I give job build access, now will he able to get the complete action or not, sir? Let me show it for you. So go back here. Now here, if you can go and see, I'm giving here refresh. Automatically, the moment if I refresh, now how many jobs he is getting now? All the jobs. Check it out. How many is getting now? All. What is the smallest mistake here we have done initially? We have given read and build for the job level. So if we give that, then he will get the complete. Okay. So in practice, you don't do this mistake. I'm just showing you. If you get confused in the practice, the option is very clear. Just to go to the project based authorization strategy. There you are going to give only overall read access. Which access? But apart from overall read access, if we give read and build in the job level, will he able to see 6 jobs or not, sir? That's it. So this is the concept of RBAC. Which one, guys? So what is the purpose of using RBAC here? To restrict the user. So I am giving here selected jobs. How to enable the selected jobs in Jenkins? So I'm writing it here, enabling. For selected jobs enabling, first of all, you are going to go for the plugin configuration. What you are going for? So in the plugin configuration, now here instead of role-based strategy, you are going to give matrix project authorization. Okay, that's it. And after going to the job, now go to the job. Inside the job, click on configure section. In the configure section, you need to go for the security. So if you go to the first link here, in the configuration section, the top link you are going to see security. Let me show it for you. Are you seeing the enable project based security here? Now here go to this option and here going to click on add the user. So click on add user. After adding the user, now next what you want to do? Give the job build and read. Okay. Build and read access. Now finally click on save. That's it. So this is the way how exactly you are going to give the specific job permission for the user. So the two concepts clear for all of you know. So guys, as a Jenkins administrator, this is what I have done on my organization. And the same thing now I'm showing for you also. That means even though if you haven't worked on an organization, the same work I'm showing you. So this you can put in your experience level resumes. Is the security concept clear for all of you in Jenkins? Online, can you please confirm is the RBAC security clear for all of you or not? Okay. Sahu, you want to speak anything? Raise the hand. Okay. So next year I'm gonna show you how to change the parameters of the Tomcat. So guys, by default, like all of you know what is Tomcat. What is Tomcat? You tell me. Tomcat is a web application. Already I shown you how to do continuous delivery, right? Continuous delivery is nothing but deploying the application to Tomcat in a manual way. Okay. So currently this is on stopping status. Tomcat service is on stopping status. Now what you gonna do? If the service is stopped, what is the first action you're gonna perform? You are going to start it. But by remember, Tomcat will not have systemctl command. Tomcat will do stopping and starting from the script option. Okay, I'll show you the script actually. Wait. So I'm coming to my Tomcat server here. Just to go here. So remember, for Tomcat, if you want to do stop or if you want to do start, you are going to run the script here. I'll show you what is the path of the script. Okay. So now if I go and see, give the command sudo -i. So what exactly I'm trying to do is sh inside Apache Tomcat, there is a folder called bin. So give the command called startup.sh. Is the Tomcat started now? Is the Tomcat started now? Yes, sir. Started. 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 Is the Tomcat started now? Now go here and click on refresh. The moment if you click on refresh, automatically the Tomcat server will be running. Is it running now? Go for manage apps. What is the username? Tomcat. Password Raham. Click on never. Now if I go and see, am I able to see the Netflix application or not, sir? Here. This is the application what we deployed. For example, in the custom admin activities, if I want to change the port number of Tomcat, how you can change the port number of Tomcat? Okay, I'll show you how to change the port number of Tomcat. I'll show you how to change the username and password, and I'll show you how to get the live logs of the Tomcat. These are the Tomcat admin activities. Again, this is not required for the fresher, but for experienced people must need to have some hands-on knowledge in the Tomcat level. So first one is here, how to change the port number of Tomcat. So the concept is very simple. If you go ahead and see here, right. Here already I have them. Where it's gone. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Here you can see. So port changing. By default, if you want to change the Tomcat port number, there is a file called server.xml. Which one? Now tell me how to find the server.xml in the file in the server here by using find slash hyphen name. Name of the file will be server.xml. So you can check the server.xml here. Now go to this path and go to the line number. And one more thing, guys, these line numbers will keep changing for the version to version. Okay. So currently it is 69, but after some version, it can be changed to some other line number. It's completely fine. Instead of 8080, now I want to put 8090. Which one? Whenever you change property of any service, you want to do restart. So first of all, shut down the Tomcat service. sh inside Tomcat, inside bin, shutdown dot sh. Now again start up. Tell me the path to start up the Tomcat server. sh inside Apache Tomcat, bin, startup dot Tomcat started now. Now go back to your console, and the moment if you click on refresh, automatically this will not work for me. Why it is not working for me now? Instead of port number 8080, put 80. Now there you go, the Tomcat port number is running. The port number is a which one now? 80. So like this, Tomcat port number is customizable. Okay, in real time, for a production environment, we don't change the Tomcat port number. For which environment? Production. But if it is your dev environment or testing environment, if we have the any requirement, then only you can change. But production will not change. But local environment like dev and test, if we have the requirement, then we can change it. So now again, I want to change it back to 8080. This time you tell me the process. First of all, find. These people got scared actually. Find slash name server dot XML. Now go to this file and the line number will be. So I'm 69 only. So instead of 8090, put 80. So if you change the configuration, what is the first thing you're going to do? sh Apache Tomcat bin shutdown dot. Now again you want to start. Tell me the command then. sh Apache Tomcat bin startup dot. Now go back here. If I click on refresh, is this going to work for you now? Yes, sir. No. Port number will be 80. Is it working now? So this is the way how exactly you can be able to change the port number of a Tomcat. And here I have given clearly the lines, like you need to go for which file and you need to modify which line. I have given everything. Second one will be how to change the password. But before that, is the port changing concept clear for all of you? There is no advantage, but sometimes we have the requirements. For example, in your local, you are running the application with port number 8080. But in the same way, you want to run some other application. In that case, 8080 is not working. Na? Let me explain you. Like I'll show you the real-time scenario here. For example, see what developers will do, developers will run multiple applications in the local laptop. For example, it is their local laptop, let's say. So currently these people are working with the port number of 8080. Which one? But this 8080 they are using for some other purpose. Now same port number can they use for Tomcat? No. So now Tomcat need a new port number. That is the reason I can change 9090 or 8090. Let's take one of the best example. You have only one server. In the one server, you install both Jenkins and Tomcat. Now, which one you gonna access with port number 8080? Any one you can access. So next to tool is gonna change the port number or not, sir? That is the use case. So logic clear for all of you, know? Correct. And one more query from online here. Sir, just like Jenkins CHK config, is there any command for Tomcat to automatically up and run? Basically, we can create a soft link, Vikram, here. Okay, we can create a soft link for it. Stopped. Yeah. No. See, for Tomcat, we don't have systemctl command. That is not going to work. Okay. We need to run everything from the script only. In systemctl, if we stop, that is going to stop. But here, the stop is going to rename as shutdown. That is the only change. Fine. Currently, what is the username and password for Tomcat? Username will be, password will be Raham123. I want to change them. So in that case, go to Apache Tomcat. Next, configuration folder, Tomcat user.xml. So you can go and see what is the username here. Tomcat. What is the password? So you can change username and password both, but I'm changing password. I'm giving Raham1234. Just change the password. Okay. Now, if I try to refresh my Tomcat server and I need to start them. Okay. sh Apache Tomcat bin shutdown. Now again, you need to start up. So if I go back here to my console and if I try to reload this one, it is not going to work for me anymore. Wait, let me go back here. Is it going now? It's gone completely. Now I'll try to log into my Tomcat with the same username and password. Okay. Copy the public IP address. Port number will be 8080. So I don't want this one. This sticky session actually. Okay. So click on manage apps. What is the username here? Tomcat. But password I'm giving RAHAM123. But I need to give 4 or not, sir? I'm not giving the 4 here. What's happening? Again, it is asking. Username will be Tomcat. But again, I'm giving Raham123. Am I giving Raham1234? No. But this time I give the password Raham1234. Is it logged in now? So this is the way how we can change the password of a Tomcat. Again, I'll explain you one more time for you. First of all, go to your console inside Apache Tomcat configuration folder, Tomcat user. So now you can change the password. So this time I don't want to give the username as a Tomcat. I want to give the username as Raham itself. What I want to give? That's it. So I do modification. After modifying any property of any service, what is the first thing you're gonna do? Tell me the process then. sh Tomcat bin Tomcat user. Oh, wait. I need to give shutdown. .sh. Now again, make it startup. So just to give. There you go. Now again, I'll go back to this login page. It is my login page. Okay. So in the manager apps, now I'm giving the password like username as Tomcat only. Old username I'm giving and the password is Raham123. Password is correct, but is username correct there? But if I give username as Raham and password as Raham123, is it logged in now? So in this way, you can change the username and password. But again, these concepts are exclusively for the experienced people. Which kind of people? Fresher will not having the chance to work on RBAC and fresher will not have the chance to work in the Tomcat. Why? Because it required a lot of knowledge and a lot of understanding about the real-time scenarios. But as a fresher, I'm teaching you all the possible scenarios in the session itself. Okay, if we use them, then working with the Tomcat will become very, very easily fine. That's it. And lastly here, I'm gonna show you the live logs of Tomcat. So username is done and password is also done. And the last one is gonna be live logs of Tomcat. Sir, how to check the live logs of a Tomcat? For example, let's go and show this one. So in the Apache Tomcat folder, sh Apache Tomcat, there is a folder called logs. Wait, it's not sh. I'll go to cd. cd means change directory. Are you seeing the logs here? If I give the command date, no, find command is not date here. What is the current date here? 24 June 12/6. That means what is the latest log here? This one, correct or not, sir? So if I give the command tail -f, just to give Catalan dot out. So guys, if you go and see how many times, if I access the application, that many times my logs are going to generate here. Let me show you. I'll take the side by side tab here. Currently, I'm going to make some space here. Why? Because I want to show you the logs generation. If I access the application, if I click on refresh, are you getting any logs here? The log generating? No. Again, I keep on refreshing. That means I am accessing my application this many times. Is my application running here? Like logs are generating? No. Why? Because I want to show you some other thing. Instead of Catalan.out, I'm gonna give the Catalan log here. This one I want to tag here. Like I want to check the logs here. So let me check the date here. It is 8. So it is the latest one. So 1205 is like 1207 is the latest one. So if I give the command tail, okay, -f, localhost access log. Are you seeing the logs here? If I go and see this one for you, currently I have given 4 times refresh. How many times I have given refresh? Am I getting the live logs here? How many times you access the application, that many times the logs are going to generate. So in real time, somebody is going to ask you, give me the Tomcat live logs. In that case, if you want to check the live logs, go to the Tomcat folder and check the latest log. What is the meaning of log? Means if a user is accessing the application, in the background, Tomcat is going to store the data. Okay. So I got some request from the so-and-so server in this particular time. Are you able to see timestamp here? Let me show you. If you see this one, you can see the timestamp. That means at what time the request come. And success code. What is the meaning of success code? 200 means successfully you got the output. What is the meaning of 200 here? If you get output successfully, then you are going to get the status code as 202. But if you don't get the success output, you are going to get 401, 402, 403 errors. Error codes actually. At least once you have seen error code. Okay. So again, this is the activity of the administrator. So if you are a Tomcat administrator or like Jenkins administrator, so these kind of activities you're going to do on the real time. So the moment again, if I go and click on refresh, I'll be getting the new log. Let me go and show for you. So I'm clicking on refresh here. So I'm just taking some space here. Now click on refresh. Automatically you can get the new log here. Wait for some time. The internet is slow now. So it's getting. So how many times I clicked on refresh? 2 times. How many logs I got? That means user tried to access this Netflix for how many times here? Now again, if the user tried to access the application same time, click on refresh. Will I get the third log now? Okay. So guys, that is the way how exactly we are going to check the live logs. Okay. So in real time, for example, if application is not working properly, by seeing the live logs, we can check application is working fine or not. How can you check? Let me show you the live logs one more time. 20, today it is like 24, right? So 24. So if we can go and see, wait. First of all, you want to check the status code. What you want to check? How to check the status code if I give LL? So here what you are going to access now? Localhost access log. Which one? So it is the latest log here. See, in the 24th, this is the log of the last session. In the last session, I shown you how to show the Tomcat. But currently June 24 is the latest one. So we need to check this log. So give the command tail -f localhost access log. So just copy paste this one. Wait. If we go and see currently which code you are getting now here, 200 indicates. That means the user is trying to access my Tomcat application on 24th June at so and so time. He get the Netflix application and the status code he get as. That means the user successfully access the application. But for example, if user is not able to access the application, instead of the code 200, we are going to get some other codes actually. But if you are seeing 200 code, the user successfully accessed the application. Is it clear for all of you now? That's it, sir. So this is the concept of the Tomcat activities. How to change the username and password, and how to change the port number, and how to access the live log. See guys, this logging is going to be very, very important for you for that, like people who is working as experience level. Okay. So that's it for today's session. In today's class, how many topics we have seen? 2 topics. Which one? First one is RBAC. In RBAC, I show you 2 things: how to restrict the user and how to give special job for special user. That means instead of giving the complete access, how to give only restricted jobs for the restricted user. Second one is Tomcat activities. How to change the port number, how to change the password, and how to check the logs. Let me add the logs here. So if you want to check the logs, you need to go for the folder called root Apache Tomcat folder. So go to the, or directly you can give the command like this: tile -f and give the log name. And one more thing, guys, this log file name will change. Currently, this log file is generating based upon the timestamp and date. For example, in your computer, if you practice tomorrow, this file will not be visible. Why? Because what is tomorrow's date? 25, but today it is 24. So remember, your log file will keep changing for every date. So make sure this one. Currently, I am giving this on the notes. But if you go and give this command in the server, and if you won't get output, please don't ask mentors. But because it is the smallest thing you can troubleshoot yourself. Instead of this one, I'm going to give note point. Log file will change as per the date. Okay. That's it. So this is the concept for today's session. So now before going for doubts and queries, how's the class for all of you today? Is the class clear for all of you? Online, can you please confirm how's the class for all of you today? Is it clear for all of you? Okay. So now I'm going to give these notes for you in the Google Classroom. You can take it. And one more thing. So basically Jenkins is working very slowly. So it's problem for everyone. So there is one class pending for tomorrow session. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop that one class and I'll take after like few days. From tomorrow, I'm going to start the concept of Ansible. Which one? From the Jenkins, what we done, we have seen how to do the continuous integration and continuous delivery also. Which one? Continuous deployment also I need to show you, but continuous deployment I'm going to show you in the Ansible concept itself. Okay. We can do continuous deployment in both Jenkins and Ansible. Of course, if I tell on Jenkins now, same thing is going to repeat on the Ansible. So both I'm covering in the Ansible class itself for you. That's it. So now if you are having any queries over today's session, now you can ask me. So online, You can ask me, like you can raise your hands, and offline you can ask me your queries and doubts now. Offline, no queries are for you. Troubleshooting, I'll teach you. Don't worry. But because if you want to do troubleshooting, I need to do the project. Project is not done yet, no? So we need to wait for some time. Okay. So first question is from Akhil. Akhil, you can go ahead now.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Please go ahead, Akhil.
For these log files, we cannot take archive or can take backup for this because as soon as the server restarts,
Definitely you can take.
okay. Because as soon as we restart the server, logs will be going to vanish. So
Yeah, basically, even though if you don't take backup, the log files will stay inside your server. For every day, it is going to regenerate. But if you wish to take the backup, you can take it. But again,
okay.
there is no necessary to take the backup. Why? Because by default, that will store on our server until and unless we delete.
Yeah. No, even if we restart server, it will go, right?
No, it won't. So in that
Okay.
case, Akhil, for example, if you go and see, if I restart the server as per your body, if the logs will be gone. Here, if you can go and see in this section, I can clearly show you this one. Give me a second. So if you go and see, currently, what is the date today? It is 24, right?
24th, yes.
You can see today's log. And a couple of days ago, in the Saturday, I shown you how to access the application of Netflix. That day log also it is showing or not?
Yeah, right.
And why 23 log is not available? Why? Because in 23, we have a Sunday, so I haven't shown you the class time. So 23 log is not enabled. Even though if I stay this server like this, if tomorrow if I access the application, I'll get the day 25 of log. So these logs will not be deleted until and unless we delete manually.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Thanks.
Welcome. Sir, can you please share the syllabus copy? Swati, already syllabus copy will be shared to your mails actually. Please check your mail, Swati. If you haven't got the syllabus copy in the mail, please ping to the online admin Praveen, okay? He will share with you. Which topic is pending, sir, for today? For today, we don't have any topic pendings. We discussed two topics that is completely done. Not able to see you, sir, in the Zoom. So the name will be given as like Naresh IT host. Okay. If you go to Naresh IT host, that is me actually. Okay. Come to office. Sir, when will quiz start from? Okay. So basically, assignments for you. In the Jenkins, I'm going to give assignment now. Okay. But I was wondering like how much of time you took for assignment. Don't worry, I'll give the Jenkins and Ansible assignments in the next week. Okay, basically I need to give assignment last day, but unfortunately, in last day we have that concept pending. That is the reason I haven't given assignment for you. So Durga, like we'll start giving assignment for you. Don't worry, and like parallelly we are conducting the mocks for you. I think like you know this one, right? We are conducting mocks. If you want to attend for the mock interviews, for every Saturday from morning to afternoon, we'll be having the mock interviews for you. You can attend mock interviews. Sir, thread dumps and logs are same or different? No, different, Bhushan. These two will be different. Let me give the notes for all of you first of all. So guys, the classwork I'm giving it here, but tomorrow like I'm gonna ping both of them in the notes. So take it from here itself. Okay. Today I'm not giving the notes on the concept on the notes itself. So please go to the streaming section. In the streaming, you can see it. That's it. So still any queries from you online in today's session? Yeah, please ask. Why? T2 micro will not be working. For Tomcat, T2 micro will work. If T2 micro is not working for Tomcat, you might done some mistake. But for T2 medium, Nexus will work. Okay. Yeah, definitely. The price will be 0.0004 rupees. I mean, like a $4 actually. Even though if you practice per an hour, you need to pay only 4 rupees. Mostly, I think so. Four not like it is less than 4 actually. It's completely fine. Why? Because if we don't use T2 micro, we cannot able to do the practice, right? So just do it. Fine. And one more question is from Nikhil here. Sir, I was trying to start Nexus, but when I paste the public IP address and port number 881, it won't work. What is the possible error? So two possible errors. First of all, you might have not taken the all traffic. Second one, you might not have taken the T2 medium. These are the only two reasons. And third one, you might not using the Amazon Linux 2. If you use Amazon Linux 2023, that is not going to work for you, Nikhil. Please check these three errors and you'll get the solution for it. And next, Akhil, you can go ahead again.
Yeah. Do we have any scenario-based questions for this RBAC?
I just explained the scenario way only, Akhil. So how to
Okay.
give the permission for the developers in real time?
Yeah.
Developers is also going to access the Jenkins. In that way, that is the matrix-based solution is the way how we are going to implement. That is scenario-based only.
Okay. No, I got that. But apart from that, do you have anything else?
We have a lot of stuff, but still we need to go to the forward classes, right? So in a single day, we cannot go for the complete scenario, right?
Right.
Don't worry, I'm going to take care of it in upcoming class slowly.
All right. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you. So guys, still any queries from your end? And how many of you are like start using LinkedIn here? LinkedIn accounts. Have you created? Are you getting any connections? If you don't get any connection, you can send the connection request. Okay. So I'm telling you everyone by the end of these 2.5 months or 3 months, try to make at least 3,000 connections in a list case. Why? Because this will help you a lot in your professional way. Okay. That's it. So just open LinkedIn for 10 minutes and put some connection request for any of them. But mostly you need to connect with the HRs and DevOps engineers, mostly. Okay. And try to post the content in the LinkedIn, what you are learning. For example, today, if you are learning RBAC, just take a picture of your learning and post it. Today, I have learned RBAC. RBAC is nothing but restricting the user to the link, Jenkins console itself. Just write any 3 to 4 lines of content for it. That will be enough actually. For experienced people, you want to go for career transition or like with some fake experience. If it is fake, I don't like encourage for it. But if it is career transition, it's completely fine. Yep. Okay then. So that's it for today. So let's move on to tomorrow's session with some new topic. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.